Are you wearing the wrong colors? Have you ever put an outfit together and you've picked the jacket, the shirt, the tie, and then you look in the mirror and you think, something's not quite right? Not the fit, not the fabric, might be the color. The truth is, there are some colors that will flatter your skin tone better than others. And if you pick the right color, it'll make you look sharper and like you've really put yourself into it. In this video, I'm going to teach you two simple ways to identify what colors will work best for you and to build a wardrobe around that color palette. And if you stick with me to the end of the video, I've even got a free gift for you. My name's Elliot. I'm a single father to a beautiful daughter, a lover of all things men's fashion, fitness, stoicism, and anything nerdy. And I'd love to take you on this journey today. So if you do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and let's just get cracking with the video. The first step in identifying which colors are best to wear for you is to identify your skin tone. Now, I'm not talking about pale skinned or dark skinned. I'm not talking about your tan. I'm talking about the hue in the skin itself. And this transcends all heritages. We need to identify whether you've got a yellowy slash golden hue in your skin or a pink slash blue hue within your skin. Once you've identified that, you'll know whether you're warm toned or cool toned. And then you can pick the appropriate colors that go with that. And here's a really quick, simple test. Get some silver jewelry and get some gold jewelry and hold them up against your skin somewhere. As you can see here, I've got a silver necklace and a gold necklace, and it's very clear that the gold necklace suits my warm tones much better than the silver. Now, it might be easy to say, well, I'm Mediterranean, so I'm naturally going to have that olive skin, so I'm probably going to be warm toned, but that's not true of all Mediterranean people. Another little hack is to have a look at your veins under your skin. Do they look green or do they look blue? If your veins have more of a greeny hue, then you're warm toned. And if they have more of a blue hue, then you're cool toned. And now you can start building your wardrobe around that. So once you've identified what tone your skin has, I can start building a bit of a wardrobe for you. So if you've got cool skin tones, then colors that you want to lean into will be things like navy, although that works for both, charcoal, and sapphire, emerald, those types of colors. We call them the jewel colors, and things like icy blue. Those colors will accentuate your cool skin tones. But it'd probably be worth avoiding earth tones. So try and think like mustard, rust, terracotta, even certain browns are going to maybe just drown you out or overpower your skin tones a little bit. However, a little can go a long way. So it's not that you need to avoid those colors entirely. It's just that you need to be careful how you mix them in with colors that do flatter you. And what about if you're warm toned? Well, it's basically the opposite way around. So if you're warm toned, things like earth colors work really well for you. Things like mid to dark grays work really well for you. And certain blues. You can still wear baby blue, but try and avoid icy blue. Something like a denim blue will go much further than an icy blue. Now, at this stage, I want to talk to you a little bit about stark white, okay, or pure white. It's going to be very difficult for most people to avoid pure white, whether that be a pure white t shirt or a pure white shirt for work. But it can still be worn by both cool and warm tones, but you just got to be really careful. If you are a cool tone person, then you can wear white anywhere you want. You could wear a completely white suit if you wanted, white trousers, any of that kind of stuff. You can get away with it for sure. However, if you're more warm toned, then you want to be able to like dampen it down a little bit. So you can still wear a white shirt, for example, but you'd want to wear something like a navy tie with it or a earth tone tie, and then potentially a navy blazer or something like a charcoal, a mid grey blazer over the top to try and accentuate the colors that do flatter you. So it's not that you need to avoid any colors, it's just that you need to take the colors that will flatter you and make them the majority of your outfit. So let's have a look at two outfits then. Let's actually see that in motion. So in the first clip here, let's have a look at me wearing a pair of white linen trousers and a baby blue polo shirt. And against my olive skin tone, although the outfit is perfectly appropriate and they're both made to measure, so they fit really well, it just doesn't quite suit my warm skin tones. It's not a terrible outfit. In fact, I wore it most of the summer, if I'm honest. I knew it wasn't my best outfit, and I enjoyed wearing it, but it's not the best fit for my skin tone. However, if we put that against this outfit, where we can see that I'm wearing sand colored chinos and a navy polo, you can see that the outfit just suits me so much better. Maybe you're thinking, well, both of those outfits are quite casual outfits. Let's see it in a more formal setting. Okay, let's have a look at these white trousers and light blue shirt. It's a light blue linen shirt. It's the only shirt I own in a color that I probably shouldn't wear. But you can see that both of these colors really wash me out. They take away from my warm skin tone. However, if we compare that with a pair of cream trousers with a denim blue shirt, a chambray shirt, it's only a slightly darker shade of blue. It's a slightly different shade, but it just suits my skin tone so much better. So hopefully at this point now, you've got an understanding of whether you're cool tone or warm tone, and you know that the colors that are going to flatter and enlighten your skin and colors that might overpower or potentially drown you out. We can take it one step further. Now, you can already build a wonderful wardrobe just with that information and just sticking with those maybe 5 to 6 colors that will really flatter you. You don't need 30, you only need a few. But we can take it one step further and we can add in our hair color to find out what types of outfits in terms of contrast will really suit us. So high contrast outfits are things like black and white. Okay, really stark differences. And as you can imagine, they work really well with people who have very light or cool skin tones, but very dark hair color. So imagine someone who's quite light skinned, but with very black hair. That would be a very quick, high contrast. You then have our medium contrast outfits or medium contrast picks, where you have somebody like me who is somewhat, olivey skinned or darker skinned, warm toned, but my hair is neither light nor dark. It's somewhere in the middle. So I'm a medium and a medium. So I can get away with what's called medium contrast. So I can actually lean into some of the high contrast and into some of the low contrast, but I can actually find somewhere in the middle and find a medium contrast outfit. And then we have our low contrast people and our low contrast outfits. And this is someone who might potentially be very light skinned and light haired. So think about, I dare say, maybe your nan or your granddad who's a little bit older, where some of the warm tone might have drained out of their skin, just happens over time, unfortunately. Those are your low contrast people. So they need to wear low contrast outfits. So outfits that are quite similar in contrast. So not black and white, but maybe a bit more brown and tan. So to give you color pairings that you can take away instantly, assuming that they fit your tone, whether you're warm or cool, if you are a high contrast individual, i.e. light skin, dark hair, or dark skin, light hair, then what I want you to do is I want you to wear black and white, navy and white. I want you to wear real contrast pairings that highlight your natural sharpness. If you're on the other end, if you're low contrast, so you're light skinned, light hair, or deep skinned, dark hair, then I want you to sit somewhere towards a lower contrast. So cream and beige. You can mix and match that all the time. Soft blues, soft palette colors. And if you're somewhere in the middle, like me, so you're medium skin tone, so olive skinned and medium hair color, then I want you to go with, say, brown and cream. And you can get away with, say, navy and gray, not charcoal and mid gray. Those are the best pairings to fit your contrast that will make you instantly look like you've put your whole heart into it. And one last word about wearing the color black. Black is supposed to be a very versatile color, but unfortunately, depending on your skin tone and whether you are high contrast, medium, or low contrast, it can actually make or break your outfit. So let me give you some guidelines, which I think probably help most people. Obviously, like I said before, if you're a high contrast individual, then black and white or a black suit will look fantastic because you've already got quite contrast features. If you're a medium contrast person like me, you can still wear black, but you have to wear it sparingly. So if you're going to wear, say, a black jacket, for example, you might then pair that with a pair of grey trousers and a muted blue shirt of some description to try and make the black not overwhelm the warm skin tones. If you are a low contrast individual, then you need to tread very carefully. And the trick is to wear textures. So by all means, you can wear black, but try and go with, say, like a knit or a flannel. So there's something interesting to look at rather than just pure like a black blazer. It's probably going to drown you out a little bit, overpower you. You can still get away with it as long as the rest of your outfit kind of fits in. So black with something like a cream or a light grey, just to try and fit that. Now, if you feel like you've taken on far too much information, don't worry. I understand that was a lot to go through, and it's why it's needed its own video. So, in the description down below, you're going to find a link to a free PDF that you can download that has all this information, including visual guides and examples of what each type of contrast and tonal skin persons should wear. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll catch you all in the next one.